Welcome back. So we continue this simple equations class. So today the first problem is a number is divided into two parts such that one part is 10 more than the other. One part is 10 more than the other. If the two parts are in the ratio 5:3, we have to find the number and also two parts. So here, before starting the problem, we need to get some conditions in the problem. A number is divided into two parts such that one part is 10 more than the other part. So first we'll write here one part is, see, one part is means what here is equal to one part is 10 more means plus, one part is 10 more than the other part. Okay, so generally what we do is the term which we wrote on RHS we assume as x. So here on RHS we have other part, so that other part I will assume as x. Always RHS you take it as x. So here let the other part be x, then one of the part will become 10 plus x. See, you can check what is one of the part. It is 10 plus other part we already assumed as x, so 10 plus x. So that only I am substituting here. So one of the part will become 10 plus x. After that, see, after finding out the one part and the other part, they have given a ratio. See, ratio is nothing but a division. So if the two parts are in the ratio 5:3, so what are the two parts we have? 10 plus x and then x. So now the ratio of two parts, the ratio of two parts is 5:3. That means, see, 10 plus x by x is equal to 5/3. Okay, 10 plus x by x. 10 plus x by x is 5/3. Now we just cross multiply. So that is 3 into 10 plus x is equal to 5x. Now just multiply. 30 plus 3x is equal to 5x. So 30 is equal to 5x minus 3x. Okay. So 30 is equal to, we get 2x. Then 30 by 2 is equal to x. So what is x is equal to? We get x is equal to 15. Now we got x is equal to 15. That means one other part is x. One of the part will become 10 plus 15. That we will substitute now. So therefore, what is the other part? Other part is nothing but x. That x value is 15. So I will write other part as 15. Then one of the part also we can find out. One of the part is nothing but 10 plus x. 10 plus x is 15. 10 plus 15. 10 plus 15 is 25. See, we got the two parts. One part is 15, the other part is 25. Then we have to find out a number. So how to find that number? Just add the two parts, you will get the number. So therefore the number is 15 plus 25, that is nothing but 40. Okay, so this is completed. So next question. Suhana said multiplying my number by 5 and adding 8 to it gives the same answer as subtracting my number from 20. Find the Suhana's number. So here we have to find out the number which Suhana has assumed. So let the number Suhana assume as x. Now after assuming that x, see, first multiplying my number by 5 and adding 8. So multiplying the number by 5 and adding 8. So how to represent this? Multiply the number is x. So we will multiply with x with 5 and adding 8. So we get 5x plus 8. Okay, 5x plus 8. Okay, we wrote up till here. Gives the same answer as subtracting my number from 20. So we will see about the same answer later. Subtracting my number from 20, that we will write. So subtracting the number by 20. See, so subtracting the number by 20 means what is the number we have x? We are subtracting 20. So 20 minus x. Okay. So subtracting the number by 20 is nothing but 20 minus x. Now after that 20 minus x, again we will get back to this question. Multiplying my number by 5 and adding 8 is 5x plus 8 gives the same answer. Here same answer means these two are equal. Gives the same answer as subtracting my number from 20, that is 20 minus x. That means these two are equal. So according to the problem, what we do is 5x plus 8 is equal to 20 minus x. So x terms one side, numbers one side. So it is 5x plus x is equal to 20 minus 8. So 5x plus x will become 6x is equal to 12. So what is x is equal to? It is 12 by 6. So what is x we get? It is 2. So after getting x is equal to 2, so what is x? X is nothing but the number which Suhana has assumed. So therefore, what is Suhana's number? Suhana's number is nothing but 2. Okay. So this is completed. Next question. The teacher tells the class that highest marks obtained by a student in her class is twice the lowest marks plus 7, and the highest marks is given as 87. You have to find the lowest marks. So here before solving this, what we have to do, just we work out on this problem. So the condition we will write out. Here how to start the problem? Highest marks obtained by a student is twice the lowest marks. See, the highest marks obtained by a student is twice the lowest marks plus 7. So plus 7 means add that 7. So we write like this. This is some condition. The highest marks is twice the lowest marks plus 7. So here what I do, I assume the lowest marks as x. Let the lowest mark I will assume as x, and if the lowest mark is x, so what will be the highest marks? Instead of lowest L, I will substitute as x, because we are assuming the lowest mark as x. So now what is the highest mark? The highest mark in terms of x we get, that is 2x plus 7. So 2x plus 7. But in the problem, they gave the value of highest mark as 87. So what I will do is, according to the problem, 2x plus 7 is equal to 87. 2x plus 7 is equal to 87. So what is 2x is equal to 87 minus 7. 2x is equal to 80. So what is x is equal to? 80 by 2. So what is x is equal to? We get 40. So he is asking us to find the lowest mark. So the x value itself is the lowest mark. So what is the lowest mark? It is 40. So here, therefore, the lowest mark is nothing but 40. Okay, this is completed. Next question. In adjacent figure, find the magnitude of each of the three angles formed. So here in the figure, we have the one line 90 degrees, the other one line it's a bisecting 90 maybe. It's not bisecting. So we have this, in this figure we have this angle x, 2x and 3x. So three angles are given. See, one thing you remember, what is angle in a straight line? Angle in a straight line is 180 degrees. See, angle in a straight line is 180 degrees. So here, this is nothing but a straight line. See, you assume this as AB. So AB is nothing but a straight line. So as it is a straight line, the angle in a straight line will be 180 degrees. This 180 degrees is divided into three parts. One is x, the other one is 2x, the third one is 3x. So what are the given angles? Given angles are x, 2x and 3x. See, as it is a straight line, the angle in a straight line is 180 degrees. What we do is x plus 2x plus 3x is equal to 180 degrees. So we get 3 plus 2 5, 5 plus 1 is 6. 6x is equal to 180 degrees. So x is equal to 180 degrees by 6. So what is x we get? It is 30 degrees. See, we have to find out all the three angles formed. So after getting x is equal to 30, substitute in this. So one angle is 30 degrees. So just write x, 2x, 3x. So one angle is 30, the other one is 2 into 30 and third one is 3 into 30. Okay, so it is 30 degrees, 2 30s are 60 degrees and 3 30s are 90 degrees. Okay, so this is completed. So the next one is riddle. So we'll solve that riddle. If I am a number, tell my identity. That means you have to find out a number. Take me 2 times over and add a 36. To reach a century, you still need 4. So we have to find out a number. So here what we do, let the number we assume as x. Okay, 2 times over means 2 times a number. I'll write 2 times a number, that is 2x. 2 times a number means what? 2x. And add 36. So we add 36. Add 36. That means just write 2x plus 36. To reach a century, you still need 4. See, century means 100. To reach this century, still they need 4. 4 means what? Subtract 4. What we get? 96. So to reach century, they need still 4. So what is 100 minus 4? 36. So according to the problem, we write this as 2x plus 36 is equal to 96. So 2x is equal to 96 minus 36. So 2x is equal to, what we get is 60. 2x is equal to 60. So x is equal to 60 by 2. So x is equal to 30. So therefore what is the number? The number is 30. So the riddle is solved. So this chapter is completed.